M, F, K. Marry, kiss, or miss.
Okay, so the game is marry, kiss, or miss. You have to pick one person of the following three that you would like to marry and be with long term. One person that you would like to kiss. So this is a short term liaison, and miss entirely, which is like no, thank you.
Yeah, all euphemistically speaking. Yeah,
absolutely. Okay, so the list that we have now is 3 women.
Okay,
Amanda Grayson, Beverly Crusher, and Lwaxana Troi.
Allison,
all MILFs.
How dare you?
What, making you choose between these 3 fabulous women?
Wow. What an interesting list you have chosen. Okay.
Talk me through, what are your first initial thoughts?
Yeah, so when you play a game like this,
right,
and your friend says, I'm going to pick 3 Star Trek characters for you to marry, kiss, or miss, those might be the names that I don't put together, but I understand why. I understand why you did. And because if one of those had shown up in a collection with other characters, every one of them might be easy to dismiss. But in this case, oh sure, you're forcing me into
you have to pick. You must pick.
Very complicated set of logic here. So I'll tell you this. I mean, right away, my least favorite character of the 3, if I just think about stories, I think about how they're presented on screen, it would be Lwaxana Troi. Now, that's not to say that Lwaxana does not have her moments. She has some great moments in Star Trek, but I also feel like they really fumbled the ball with that character. Could have done so much more with her, made her so much more sympathetic and believable, but they just didn't.
Yeah.
You know, you got that a 10th of the time with her.
I think there's a lot of people who would agree with you, actually.
I don't think I'm making things up here.
No.
Yeah. Now, Amanda is interesting because we've had 3 actors play Amanda, and that's not including the animated series.
Right.
All right. So we had Winona Ryder. We had I'm blanking now on the other.
Mia.
Sure.
Somebody.
That sounds great.
Yeah. But yes, we've had 3 different iterations.
We've had 3 different
of
iterations
Amanda Grayson.
of Amanda. Yeah, I'm the trivia guy, by the way.
Yeah. I can tell.
So you have 3 different actors playing Amanda, but a little bit of a common thread through the 3 when you think about the character, the characterization. And then you've got Beverly Crusher. We've only had 1 Beverly Crusher, but we got to see Beverly Crusher evolve over time.
Yeah, almost all time.
yeah, exactly, right? I think I can make this relatively easy for myself. Let's just dismiss Lwaxana Troi.
Okay.
Let's just not
fair.
even,
okay.
Let's just not, because there's no right answer for that at all. Because I think we were having this conversation about number 1.
Right.
So I was having this conversation with Rod about number 1 and about how Majel played number 1 and then how Rebecca Romaine is now playing number 1. And there's no right answer because if you go like, wow, number 1's really hot. In a way, I'm talking about Rod's mom. And if you go like, whoa, number 1's totally repulsive, you're still talking about Rod's mom.
Yeah.
All right? So there's no right answer there. Yeah. We just have to dismiss Lwaxana from the game. Okay. So between the other 2 then, I think I'm going to have to go with, look, I think Amanda brings a lot of baggage here. And here's what particularly what we have learned of Amanda in Discovery, I think very easily bookends what we learned about Amanda in the original series. I think they did a nice job kind of linking those 2 across 50 years. She's an admirable, strong, proud woman, capable woman, but man, she's made some mistakes when it comes to her personal relationships.
She has, yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna say kiss Amanda Grayson in whatever form that may come. Maybe Winona Ryder if I'm lucky.
I think for in the scope of the game, you can probably select a preferred incarnation if you want. I'll allow it.
Okay. Oh, Jane Wyatt just popped in my head. Jane Wyatt played Amanda in the original series. But I'm going to go with Winona Ryder, and I'm going to go with Mary Beverly, and for two very good reasons. One is the sort of the thoughtful intellectual, which is that here is a strong woman, lost her husband, but carried on in the most just like strong, professional, thoughtful, beautiful way. I think, throughout Next Generation, all you see of Beverly is her capabilities, her strengths, and there's a lot of depth to her as well. That's another female character we didn't get as much as maybe we could have, but we got a lot out of Beverly. So I really respect that. And the other reason is that she's gorgeous.
I was gonna say, you have a thing for redheads, don't you?
I do. And all right, she looked gorgeous blonde too.
Oh, yeah.
Because Mara, we're talking about how many years between the first season of Next Gen, 1987, and then by the time you get to like First Contact and Insurrection and Nemesis, is Nemesis the one that opens with the wedding, with the Troi Riker wedding?
Yes.
She looked amazing. And we're talking like 15 years later, she looked fantastic. I think she was a little more blonde then. And you just go like, this woman just looks amazing the older she gets, and she's fabulous. So how could I not want to hang out with Beverly Crusher?
Okay, so just to recap, you're going to marry Beverly Crusher.
Yes.
You're going to kiss Amanda Grayson, and you're going to miss entirely Lwaxana Troi.
We're so going to miss Lwaxana Troi.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Boom. Now it's on you.
Yeah. Okay. I disagree with you a little bit.
Okay. I gotta know.
Yeah. So I think Amanda Grayson is terrible. I know Spock likes her and stuff.
Yeah.
I also know Burnham likes her.
Yeah.
I think she's terrible. She literally lives her life as a passive-aggressive woman.
So passive-aggressive.
I mean, and I can, and I love the scenes, especially in Discovery, where you get the interplay between Sarek and Amanda, because there's like this weird... There's a weird flirtation, but it's like one-sided. It's like they do a really good job of portraying like he's like totally unemotional, and she's like got this whole like sexual tension, but it's like this weird one-sided thing going on. But she's constantly kind of giving him a hard time for being all Vulcan, and it's like, well, you married him.
That's right.
So,
well, do you think that was there in TOS? Do you think they laid the groundwork for that in TOS? Like,
a little bit, yeah.
Okay,
yeah. So I think she's kind of terrible. She's fine.
She's terrible, but she's fine.
It sort of works for them.
Yeah,
but then Sarek in his way is pretty terrible too. So they have a thing that works for them, and I'm okay with them just going off and doing that somewhere else.
Okay.
So that actually leaves Lwaxana Troi and Beverly Crusher. I'm going to go with... I have a totally different rationale for this.
Wow,
I'm going to go for kissing Beverly Crusher.
Okay.
Because it would be fun.
Yeah.
And also because I could not take her away from Jean-Luc Picard. I couldn't do it, which is stupid because this is a whole we don't technically exist in the same universe. So like that isn't really a consideration. However, I would feel guilty.
They're not going to end up together anyway.
I know, but they're going to have something in between. I couldn't anyway. That's just me. I'm probably never going to marry Beverly Crusher.
She's going to be the captain of her own ship. How cool is that?
Yeah, no, it's true.
Unless
we're talking like, and I don't know whether this is in the scope of the game, whether you can choose to marry and then maybe divorce someone in a couple of years. I don't know whether that's in scope, but I'm going to go for kissing Beverly Crusher, and believe it or not, I'm going to go for marrying Lwaxana Troi.
What is wrong with you?
God, I love Lwaxana Troi. I really do. I think she's wonderful. You would never ever be bored. She says what she says what she's thinking. She knows what you're thinking because she's
empathic.
I just think it would be a tremendous amount of fun.
You and I have very different definitions of fun. I think it would be fun for about 30 seconds.
Well, the thing is, I mean, you are also assuming that the person that you're going to marry is also wishes to marry you. There's no forcible marrying in this situation.
Of course. Yeah.
And I'd like to think that she would also respect my not quite craziness, and I would like to just sit back and like watch it all happen. Right. She's wonderful.
And I'll give you this. I mean, Lwaxana, when she actually lets her hair down and she's not on for people who are watching, there's a genuine person there. There is a soul there, but I mean, can you imagine, like, every time you two walked into a party together or whatever, just like, you don't know what insane thing.
Yeah, it's great. It's great, isn't it?
Well,
you would never be bored.
In a way, but it might also just be horrible. You might just leave there going, okay, well, we're never getting invited to that party again.
No, I would sign me up. Sign me up. Especially if she'll let me borrow her dresses.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Because there's a fashion element there that's really appealing to me too.
What about the kind of the tragedy of the center of the character though with Lwaxana? Because there's this tragic undercurrent that she's not understood and she's not sort of fully comfortable in herself.
Yeah.
And that's why there's all this extroversion.
I would be absolutely happy to be her emotional base.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would take that on. She's wonderful. I love her.
Okay. You're a stronger person than I am.
Yeah. She appreciates a mud bath too. So there's so much good there.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. You and Lwaxana and the floating head.
Yeah. Sign me up.
Thank you for listening.